Hello and welcome to the world of Max TV. We all know that the rarest animal battles and fights captured on camera are an exciting world of unusual encounters and confrontations in the wild. While watching these unique moments, we see expressions of strength, fight for survival, and excitement that make these battles especially memorable. Today, let's dive into this exciting animal world together and look at the predators and their prey in action. Let's go! This is a very popular video with a cheetah attacking an antelope with a newborn cub at full speed. Using such an aggressive way of attack, the cheetah thought that the adult antelope would be scared and leave its baby, but as soon as the predator tried to attack the kid, the antelope made a sharp turn and drove the cheetah away with its sharp horns. As you can see, it didn't even dare to attack anymore. Safari tourists managed to capture incredible footage. 22 lions hunting a herd of impalas running past the river. The encirclement of impalas by lions led to a real chaos. The herd began to scatter and run in all directions. Some of the impalas were even forced to jump over the lions and managed to escape safely. Eventually, one of the impalas was hooked by their claws, and after falling, it was caught. Now just take a look at the endurance of this hunting dog. It barely restrains itself before the attack while its legs are shaking. In fact, this turkey is not real, it's just bait, and this dog will soon find it out. This sea leopard was resting quietly on the ice floe, but what happens next will make you laugh a lot. A dolphin accidentally jumped into the ice floe and returned to the water in shock.
No nahер.
Two wildebeest decided to run through a narrow gorge, but a hungry leopard was already waiting for them there. The larger antelope used its horns to throw the wildcat over itself, but this did not prevent the leopard from catching the second, smaller antelope. Now we have an incredible battle. These are two large alibi dogs surrounded by 5 wolves. Despite the number of predators, the dogs behaved very bravely and did not retreat, which confused the wolves, and they were afraid to attack these dogs. These smart dogs immediately responded with bites to all attempts of wolves to attack them. These wolves quickly realized that they had chosen the wrong opponents and started to run away. Fortunately, dogs successfully protected their cows. This lynx, under the cover of bushes, crept up on an unsuspecting raccoon who did not have time to run even a meter when it found itself in the sharp fangs of the lynx. There is no chance to escape. Tourists on safari filmed a lion who was clearly puzzled by something and followed the goal. After a few minutes, they realized what was going on. This crazy lion attacked a huge giraffe. The predator caught up with its prey and clung to its hind leg, but the giraffe did not seem to care about such biting. None of the relatives of the stupid lion came to the rescue. Soon it realized that it would not be able to deal with such a huge animal on its own, so it just escaped. And these lions have discovered a herd of buffaloes and are attacking them again and again. The herd rushes to escape through this shallow river, but the smallest buffalo falls into the tenacious claws of the lions right on the other bank of it. In this case, the herd did not run away. The most mature and experienced bulls rushed to the protection of the baby and quickly scared the lions away. The baby buffalo is saved. The little bison was resting quietly on the lawn, but suddenly it was attacked by 2 wolves. The predators got it with their death grip, and it would seem that nothing would help it anymore. Suddenly, 2 adult bison came running to help. They drove away the wolves and took the poor creature under their protection. This snake's chase after the lizard was not long. After the first attack, the lizard even managed to escape, but it did not have time to run far. The snake quickly caught it with its deadly rings. People on the pier watched a huge tuna and fed it with fish, but there was a very unusual and funny moment. As you can see, this seagull was tempted by fish and it was immediately swallowed by tuna along with the fish. It seems that the tuna did not like this bird, so it almost immediately spat it out. The seagull survived and flew away to find a better place. Now we have a polar bear chase after a small reindeer through deep snow. It is almost impossible to escape from a hungry bear, so the chase ends very quickly when the deer is defeated. We all know that the best alligator hunters are jaguars, but we have found a unique record. This tiger decided to attack a crocodile. I think this tiger wanted to do such a thing for the first time, and during the battle in the water, it quickly realized that it needed to escape. This is the first time I've seen a tiger hunting wildebeest. In the majority of cases, they are hunted by lions and leopards. These tigers have serious intentions. They have approached their potential victim and let the chase begin. They were able to catch it almost immediately. As you can see, it was not that difficult to knock down and strangle prey for such powerful predators. This polar bear was wandering along the shore with a hungry cub in search of food. The mother decided to examine the resting walrus, hoping that it was sick or dead, but it turned out that it was quite capable of standing up for itself. So, poor bears have to leave with nothing. Now, we have another bear who decided to deal with the walrus. Now we have the Himalayan goral that was attacked by two yellow-throated martens in the Chinese province of Sichuan. To protect itself from these predators, it decided to hide in the water. The tactic worked. The martens clearly didn't want to wet their paws, but it is not clear how this confrontation ended since the recording ends. Such a little mink has a very successful hunt today because this pike is really bigger than the hunter. This predatory animal deftly grabs the fish by the head and takes it to the hideaway for a delicious lunch. Thompson gazelles are very fond of fighting, and during such fights, they often get stuck with their horns twisted. In this position, if danger arises, they cannot quickly run away. As you can see, the gazelles definitely saw the approach of the lioness, who got a real jackpot. The wildcat, without pursuit, approached the fighting antelopes at full speed, and the prey immediately appeared in the claws. This hungry lioness is crept up on a large herd of wildebeest. Having decided on the easiest prey, the lioness attacks the female with a newborn cub. The terrified wildebeest is forced to leave the offspring to save itself. I don't really know why the lioness did not dare to kill it. As you can see, it just started playing with it. Surprisingly, after a few hours, the calf began to treat the lioness as its mother, and the lioness seemed to like it very much. After a while, the cat was distracted by a new hunt and forgot about the adopted child. This happens very rarely, but the mother and the baby are reunited. Right in front of the tourists, a very dramatic battle unfolded. This lioness attacked a cheetah cub right in front of its mother. Mother cheetah did not dare to attack the lioness. While hunting, this eagle landed on a rock and noticed something edible in the water. Having caught the crab with its beak, the bird would not expect that this creature would be able to protect itself. It was not so easy to get rid of such a clingy crab, so the shocked eagle even fell into the water, and it looked very funny. Soon, it was finally able to shake off the crab. Now get ready to witness a grandiose attack by a leopard, which seems to have completely lost its fear. Even a whole pride of lions does not always risk attacking a herd of buffaloes, and our crazy daredevil leopard attacked a small calf right in the middle of the road with cars, and even in front of the entire herd of buffaloes. The enraged parents immediately surrounded the hunter and began to drive it away with their horns, but the leopard did not react and held the calf by the throat. After a while, the leopard finally realized that the situation was hopeless. It released the victim and hid in a tree, so the baby survived. This seahawk hunts for large bats. For such a predator, catching a bat is easy, especially when there are thousands of them around. I have to say that I definitely did not expect to see this. This home surveillance camera captured how an ordinary cat attacked a newborn baby goat in the yard. It grabs it by the neck and carries it away, and then the shocked mother goat follows them. What happened next was left behind the scenes. This lioness knew exactly where the baby zebra was lying in the grass. It crept up unnoticed and caught the zebras by surprise. The zebras did not attack and protect the baby, so the lioness calmly took it away to have a delicious lunch. In the Kariega Nature Reserve in South Africa, this large herd of buffaloes had to face a dangerous rhinoceros. The bravest male buffalo takes a step out of the herd and decides to scare away the rhinoceros weighing 2,500 kilograms out of their way. As you understand, it was obviously a very reckless act. The impudent buffalo was simply turned over, and after such a somersault, it immediately realized that it was the right time to run away. This flying owl robot was used to film this incredible white wolf hunt. When the wolves tracked down the prey and approached, this small flock of musk oxen immediately huddled together for better protection. The predators are in no hurry and patiently wait for the herd to run. Soon it happened, and the wolves immediately surrounded the most suitable victim. The musk ox desperately defended itself, but its strength soon left it, so the victory was for the wolves. Now we have a super collection of cat attacks on birds. I can't even believe that these creatures can hunt so cool. Wild dogs are the main threat to India's unique ecosystem. They hunt wild animals and compete with local predators such as tigers, leopards, and golden jackals. In this video, the dogs decided to attack a domestic cow with an already quite large cub. The mother cow protected the calf as best it could, and it did it, especially since they were reunited with their herd and were safe. However, these hungry dogs did not give up, and after a rest, they still managed to knock this calf to the ground and drag it into the bushes. This little elephant got lost. It moved away from its mom too far and attracted the attention of predators. This unlucky child tried its best to escape, but the lion jumped right on its back. The baby elephant did not give up and tried to run, but soon its strength began to leave it. As you can see, it fell down, and this means nothing but death in the wild world. Soon, other lions approached it, and the elephants did not come to the rescue. The unlucky deer went straight into the trap of a huge hungry tiger. When they were separated by only 15 meters, the moment of attack and chase began. At first, I really thought that the tiger was trying to shorten the distance and was about to catch its prey, but the deer turned out to be very fast and nimble. So it kept its high speed and the tiger began to lag behind. Already on the rocks, the tiger realized that it would not be possible to catch up and began to slow down. Take a look at this arowana fish, which resembles a scaled-down copy of the huge Amazonian pirarucu. This fish also has an aggressive character and a very unusual way of hunting. During a flood, arowana can easily swim up to the leaves of trees where delicious prey is already waiting for it. It eats various beetles and insects. The fish attacks and catches its prey in a spectacular jump. Flooding usually lasts at least a month, and this is the time for a real feast for arowana. But all good things come to an end, the water begins to recede, and this is a very dangerous time. The arowana fish can easily end up in small puddles and die. In hot weather, the buffalo decided to cool down in the river, but it forgot about the crocodiles. The crocodile managed to get the buffalo and even bite it, but there was no chance to drag such a huge animal under the water. Many Tibetan Mastiffs have been released into the wild due to declining demand among wealthy Chinese and Western buyers. In this video, you can witness these crazy wild dogs who risked attacking a leopard. The wildcat was busy with something, but when it was attacked, it had no chance but to fight back. These dogs definitely do not pose any danger to the leopard. This hungry wolf approached the domestic cows and attacked a small calf. The mother cow immediately rushed to the defense. The wolf was scared, but still ran around and tried to bite the calf at every opportunity. It was over only when the second cow came running to help, and together they managed to surround and protect the baby. The wolf was running around for a long time, but the calf was able to get to its feet, and the cows did not leave it. The male lion unsuccessfully tried to dig a family of warthogs from this hole, but the stupid mother warthog made a big mistake. It jumped out of another hole to distract the lion, but all the cubs started jumping out after it. The lion had only to choose the tastiest victim. This wildlife photographer managed to capture incredible footage of two ferocious bears fighting each other for more than 10 minutes. The video was shot in Alaska, and the bears are clearly having a real battle. Can you see how they bite each other while balancing on their hind legs? You have a chance to witness a struggle for dominance during the mating season, and the newcomer confidently steals dominance in this territory from the local male. Once in the backyard, this wild coyote was immediately attacked by two small domestic dogs. The white dog seemed to believe in its skills, so it approached the predator and began to bark. The coyote could not forgive such impudence, so it quickly caught the dog and took it into the forest. And this is a similar moment. In this case, the white dog is attacked by a coyote right outside the house. But this poor creature was luckier since its owner ran out to the noise and saved it from its deadly fangs. This is another pet with a leash. After getting bitten several times, it started barking, and it helped since the coyote got scared and ran away. In this video, the leopard came out right in front of the car on a rural road. The passengers immediately began filming such an unusual thing, but they managed to film a real hunt. This rabbit was running right at the leopard, but it managed to escape. I think the leopard will not miss this prey. This squirrel is having a lot of fun playing near some bush. Suddenly, a red-tailed hawk appears out of nowhere and hooks a squirrel with its claws. This attack cannot be called successful since the squirrel managed to escape after a short fight. It probably managed to bite the hawk, so it let go. This lioness managed to follow and attack a lone wildebeest at a watering hole. This time, the lioness used a very interesting technique. This is a strangulation tactic when a predator blocks oxygen to its prey. But at some point, the wildcat realized that it did not work with the antelope and switched to its neck. The victory belongs to the lioness. This cat brought a mouse right to the house and started playing with it. But it couldn't play for long. The chicken had completely different plans for this mouse. The eagle circled over the frozen lake for a long time, choosing a target among several ducks. When the prey has been identified, the bird of prey attacks and at full speed crashes its claws into the duck. Holding it underwater, the eagle slowly dragged it to the shore, moving along the surface of the water with its wings. In the world of the African savanna, it often happens that babies somehow lag behind their herd, and for them, it is equivalent to death because there are many predators roaming around. This small wildebeest calf got lost and just stood near a tree, not knowing where to move. This lioness approached it. As you can see, it was shocked at how lucky it was. Creeping up closer, it attacks while the baby doesn't even understand what happened. There have already been many moments with leopards attacking pet dogs on our channel. It seems that dogs are a tasty treat for these predators because we managed to find a few more similar moments. Attacks most often occur at night. These two dogs came running to protect the house, and one of them immediately ended up in the leopard's fangs. Here is another moment from the surveillance camera of a store. The leopard attacks the dog, and it seems it has no chance, but a man was sleeping on the floor in the store. He woke up in time and scared off the predator. Here is an incredible case from a fishing trip. A man was fishing with an artificial bait, which he held on the surface of the water. This seahawk mistook his bait for prey and attacked. The bird was caught with the hook, so the fisherman got the most unusual fishing in his life. He had to pull the prey not from the water, but from the air. The seahawk couldn't fly far on the hook and just fell into the water. The fisherman dragged it to the boat, carefully unhooked it, and let it go. It's good that such an unusual moment was captured on camera. Next, we have a funny dog attack on a goose which, at the sight of danger, immediately dives and swims underwater to a safe distance. The dog made several attempts and realized that this goose was simply elusive. The baby hippo had to fight for its life when it was mercilessly attacked by a large male, while the rest of the pack just watched and couldn't do much. For several hours, people watched as the baby hippo struggled for its life in the water. In the end, a miracle happened when everything calmed down and the baby managed to get out of the water. It was injured, but we hope that it'll be able to survive. The leopard managed to catch this baby Nyala. It pinned it to the ground with its front paws while the baby screamed desperately, calling for help from the mother. The adult antelope tried to help, but as soon as the leopard raised its evil gaze at it, it immediately disappeared in fright. In this video from a surveillance camera, we can see a lot of domestic cows. It was captured during the nighttime. Suddenly, all of them run away and the smallest calf is attacked by a hungry leopard. This wild cat wanted to kill the poor thing, but all the other cows came running back to help the baby. The black cow turned out to be the bravest. It scared the predator away with its horns and saved the calf. Now let's take a look at these colorful birds, which have strong competition for the best nesting sites on the steep bank near the river. Even this place is full of dangers. I'm talking about these crocodiles that will swallow everything edible that falls into the water. At the same time, the deadly danger can be found not only in the water, but also in the air. The eagle is right there and is already assessing the situation and its prey. So the eagle takes off, causing panic among the birds. It needs to choose one target, and it does it very quickly. The bird is in its claws. The crocodile was also lucky to catch a bird under the guise. Now everyone is full and satisfied. Now we have a white heron that hunts fish. After several unsuccessful attacks, it managed to catch a rather large fish. What a super hunter! Safari tourists managed to capture an incredible sight. This leopard bit the neck of a huge warthog. As you can see, the warthog has plenty of strength, so it began to slowly retreat to its hole. When the warthog had almost completely climbed into its hole, the predator reluctantly released its prey. Under the cover of the grass, this brave cheetah approached the large herd of wildebeest. I'm sure that it will not be difficult for the fastest predator to catch up with an antelope. The main thing is to choose a target that it is able to defeat. The predatory cat did everything right. The small antelope was defeated. Other animals came to have such a tasty dinner. During a drought, hyenas prefer fishing like many other predators. They shall definitely eat some fish to make their diet more diversified. Even though catching a slippery catfish is not so easy, the hyena managed to do it. During the safari, people managed to film an incredible leopard attack on a monkey that had no escape options. The monkey just climbed to the top of the tree, where it was instantly caught in a spectacular jump. Then the leopard just falls on the lower branches with the prey. It's time to look at the incredible teamwork of some of the smartest animals in the world. It is difficult for dolphins to catch fast fish in the water alone, so they came up with very interesting team hunting tactics. Several dolphins drive a school of fish directly to the shore because it is much easier to catch fish that does not run away. It just looks incredible. White herons immediately came to such a festive table. Now we have this moment with the hawk and the cat. The attack took place right outside the house. The hawk tried to carry the cat away, but it was too big. The video ends, but it releases the cat. This arrogant elephant decided to dive into a small swampy lake with hippos and immediately felt like a booze there. The elephant caused a real panic in the swamp and forced two hippos to flee. Hungry wolves can often visit people in villages where they can find defenseless dogs, which are very easy to cope with. This black dog was attacked by a wolf, but it couldn't cope and let go of the prey. The dog had to run away and hide at this time, but it continued to stand and bark, and almost immediately it was attacked by a wolf pack. It was not possible to escape. This moment was filmed in the Virgin Islands. Mongooses did not live here on this island. They were brought here to destroy the rats. However, rats go out hunting at night and mongooses hunt during the day, so these poor iguanas began to suffer from mongooses. Here are some more similar moments of hunting mongooses for iguanas, which were captured on camera. We have a rather old moment now, which is already 16 years old, but it is very spectacular. The lions attacked a herd of buffaloes, which tried to scatter and run away. The lucky lioness managed to attack a small baby in a beautiful jump. After doing so, it went straight into the river. The rest of the lions quickly pulled up on this prey and began to strangle the baby right in the water. Take a closer look. A huge crocodile approached them, bit the prey, and tried to drag it into the water. The fight between the lions and the crocodile began, but the lions were stronger and pulled the baby buffalo to shore. It would seem that it is now possible to have a quiet snack, but it was not the case since the whole herd of buffaloes came to help one of their friends. Surprisingly, despite such brutal attacks and bites from predators, the baby buffalo remained alive, so the rescue operation was successful. This crow thought that it would be able to steal the duck's chick, but the mother is always on guard and will not allow anyone to approach the chicks. Here is a similar moment with a seagull, which also experienced all the fury of the duck. Next, incredible footage of an eagle hunting. The predator has a lot of things to choose from. It has thousands of pink flamingos, so it remains only to identify the victim and attack. The eagle circled over this huge number of birds for quite a long time, while the birds immediately began to fly in different directions in fear. Finally, it noticed its victim, who had strayed from the pack. After a successful attack, this flamingo is in its deadly claws. Here is another similar attack by an eagle, only now it has caught a flamingo right in the water. I think this kind of hunting is very simple for an eagle. A bystander stopped in the middle of the road and started filming the lions. After spending a few minutes, one of the lions got up and started sniffing something. At first, the man thought it was just buffalo manure, but when he approached it, he immediately realized that it was a tiny cub of some kind of animal. It soon became clear that this was an abandoned tiny honey badger. In the end, the lion grabbed the baby and went with it into the grass. Now it's time for this jaguar, which jumps beautifully without hesitation and hides underwater. A real battle begins there, and soon it appears with a big alligator in its mouth. What a successful attack and well-deserved prey for the jaguar. Here is another successful attack by a hawk in the field. This time it caught a viper. The snake has no chance unless it can bite, but the viper did not succeed. Now it's time for this black heron, which is one of the most cunning hunters in the wild. It walks slowly in shallow water and then it spreads its wings around the body, creating a kind of umbrella blocking the light. Small fish looking for a place to hide from predators are attracted by the shadow created by the wings, so they rush to die in their beaks. Stupid dogs don't always understand that approaching a horse is a very bad idea. I've collected a few similar moments for you, which I will leave without comments. Now you can witness how a sea hawk catches fish. Noticing the prey on the surface of the water, it falls down like a stone and catches a rather large fish with its claws. With such prey, it is even difficult for it to take off, but the bird has gathered its strength and is rising into the air. It takes the fish to the nest where hungry chicks are waiting for it with food. They'll have something to eat today. In Africa, when a cub of any animal gets lost and moves away from its parents, it is almost always equivalent to death. Even such a rather large baby elephant was immediately noticed by the lions, who begin their attack. The poor baby was knocked down pretty quickly, and it was too late when other elephants appeared in this place. I've always thought that Labradors are the most calm and peaceful dogs, but after watching this video, I changed my mind. When a yard dog approaches the Labrador on a leash, it rushes at it with all its fury. The Labrador attacked like a real fighting dog and confidently defended its yard from this uninvited guest. This random passerby witnessed a brutal attack by a weasel on a brown rat and decided to film this battle on camera. Just look at it. The little weasel is the same size as a rat, but how much more agile and bloodthirsty it is. The rat had nothing to offer against such a vicious predator that clung to its neck and wouldn't let go. When the man decided to come closer, the weasel ran away, but it would definitely return for such an immobilized prey. The Galapagos Islands are an unusual place where many very unique species of animals are born and die. It is here that marine iguanas live and breed. Local hawks are very fond of hunting them. Iguanas immediately sensed the danger and ran to their burrows to take shelter. But this iguana was unlucky. The hawk was able to get it with an accurate attack. As you can see, its claws are already squeezing the poor reptile's head. After riding an iguana for several meters, the hawk takes its nest to feed the chicks. These tigers have serious intentions. They were able to catch it almost immediately. As you can see, it was not that difficult to knock down and strangle prey for such powerful predators.